budget breakdown in the district.
We're talking about catastrophic cuts to essential services.
The federal government's funding bill could slash $1 billion off of DC's books. After reaching into the 70s yesterday, we're settling into the 60s the rest of the week. Meteorologist Jackie Layer tracking the latest. Some helicopter flights banned around DCA.
They pose an intolerable risk to aviation safety.
A new report detailing the danger of nearby helicopter routes. Plus, the search continues for a missing college student. Authorities with an update from the Dominican Republic. Finding sisterhood across the DMV, one woman's journey to create genuine friendships and lasting connections.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning, and thanks for starting your Wednesday with us here on DC News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Yeah, good morning, Jim. Corey James. More traffic in the roads with Shanika in just a second. Let's start things off with Jackie for the forecast.
Yeah, good morning. We're going to be tracking mainly clear skies out there right now, and temperatures a little bit more on the mild side. We're into those 40s and 50s across the region. Currently 53 in DC, 52 in Annapolis, and we're seeing those upper 40s in Hagerstown and up and down much of the I-81 corridor at this point. Yeah, that's a little bit warmer than yesterday morning. Running about 10 degrees warmer in DC. We're running at least 20 degrees warmer though in Manassas, so certainly noticeable there. About 10 degrees warmer in Fredericksburg. We just have a frontal boundary set up just south of our area. We're going to continue to see those temperatures, at least not quite as warm as yesterday, but still above normal for this time of the year. Typically, we should be right around those middle 50s. Out there for the day today, we should be into those middle 60s. Going with a high of 66 in DC, low to mid 60s for much of the I-81 corridor, but back out farther out towards the west, that's where we could see those highs right around 70 degrees again for the day today. But areas to the east, where those winds will be coming in off the cooler water there, that will keep those temperatures a touch cooler over towards Annapolis and Lexington Park. But I'll have more details. We'll get towards the rest at 7 in just a few minutes. Shanique is back with a look at those roadways. How is it at the 6 o'clock hour?
All right, so it's going good so far, so good, Jackie. We're looking at the Woodrow Wilson Bridge here. The inner and outer loop looking fantastic. Not seeing much, but you will start to see delays heading southbound on 495, especially heading toward the bridge if you're heading from Maryland into Northern Virginia or toward 295, which, by the way, that is slow right now, top of the 6 o'clock hour. So over the Anacostia Freeway heading southbound, you are seeing those delays there. Let's head down to Dumfries here. So 95 heading south, you are seeing a problem. Now, the left side is blocked along that 95 stretch right between 234 and 619. So expect heavy delays right in the Dumfries area. Other than that, you are all good to go. Guys?
All right, Shanika, thank you. Breaking news out of Maryland this morning, Montgomery County Police investigating a deadly car crash in Gaithersburg. It happened last night on Perry Parkway. Police say a car hit a tree. We're told the driver inside the car died. They say that person was the only person in the car. Right now, officers are working to identify the driver.
And police are investigating after a boy was shot in Prince George's County. This happened around 9 o'clock last night on Edmondson Road in Greenbelt. The boy's name or condition not been released, but if you have any information, you're asked to contact police.
The bill is passed without objection. The motion to reconsider is laid upon the table.
Developing now on the Hill, House Republicans have now passed a partial budget to keep the government running. The deadline to avoid a shutdown is Friday at midnight, but that bill faces a tough battle in the Senate. And that battle means getting Senate Democrats to vote on a continued resolution to avoid that government shutdown. And Democrats will have a lot to consider before signing off on the temporary funding bill, including pleas from D.C. leaders on the impact to the city's budget. D.C. News Now's Tosin Fakile is live this morning on Capitol Hill with the latest. And Tosin, we're talking $1 billion impact on D.C. if this goes through.
Yeah, Corey, that's absolutely correct. And Senate leaders will be in the Capitol building behind me considering that stopgap funding bill. And what D.C. leaders are calling this move by Congress is federal overreach. And they're saying the Congress is treating D.C. like a federal agency. Now, that federal spending bill means about $1 billion cut to D.C.'s budget. And D.C. leaders are saying now is the time for those who live in the city to act. They say it's all hands on deck. Now, the language in this spending bill says that D.C. would go back to its 2024 budget for the rest of the 6 months of the fiscal year, despite Congress already approving D.C.'s 2025 budget, a budget that the city has been operating under for the last 6 months. D.C. leaders say the $1 billion cut means major impact to public safety services, like a $67 million cut to police department, and D.C. public and charter schools could see nearly $400 million in cuts. So take a look at your screen. D.C. leaders calling for action from their constituents. Councilmember White posting this on social media yesterday, telling people to email, call, reach out anyway to Senate leaders so this doesn't happen.
$1 billion over a year is a problem, but this would be $1 billion over half a year, and that's a significant problem. I mean, it's like taking a catastrophe and doubling it.
At this point, there's really one solution on the table. It keeps the government funded. It addresses the core issues I think a lot of Democrats care about in terms of programs that they want to have funded through the end of the year, and we think it represents the best solution at the moment.
Now, 60 votes are needed to pass an appropriations bill, which means that Republicans will need Democrats in the Senate to vote for this bill. Now, Senate will be voting at 10 a.m. today on this stopgap funding bill. Congress has till Friday to pass something to avoid the government shutdown. So at this point, it's a wait and see. And of course, we'll continue to keep you updated as we follow this story. Corey and Tanaya, back to you.
Tosin, thank you. Time right now, 6:05. In Consumer News this morning, there's now a 25% tariff on all steel and aluminum imports. The Trump administration implementing these tariffs in an effort to persuade companies to build more factories in the U.S. When it comes to tariffs, Trump says the higher it goes, the more likely it is they're going to build. Meantime, the S&P 500 lost around 8% of its value in the last month. The Department of Education is cutting its staff. 1,300 of the 4,000 workers now without work.
The department says another 600 people voluntarily resigned and calls the department its final mission. Now, this is all part of President Trump's plan to shut down the agency. The department sent an email to employees saying the D.C. headquarters and regional offices will close starting today. That means no one will be allowed inside. Those offices are expected to reopen on Thursday. Meantime, the department is ending leases on buildings in cities like New York, Boston, Chicago, and Cleveland.
And dozens of teachers coming out to rally against the cuts at the Department of Education. The Washington Teachers Union says this is hurting so many families. It's gutting programs for children with special needs, before and after school care, and grants to help students go to college. The union says it will continue advocating for the department to stay intact.
And weeks after the deadly midair collision at DCA, the National Transportation Safety Board says immediate changes need to be made to the airspace around the airport. Officials say the current guidelines pose an intolerable risk, especially when it comes to helicopters. Our Max Marcilla has details on potential changes coming to Reagan National.
It shouldn't take a tragedy like this to occur.
It's been nearly 6 weeks since 67 people were killed when a Black Hawk helicopter and a commercial plane collided over the Potomac River. And at a Tuesday media briefing, the National Transportation Safety Board says there are serious safety issues that need to be addressed immediately, starting with a ban of most helicopters flying nearby while 2 of DCA's 3 runways are in use.
They pose an intolerable risk to aviation safety.
NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy says the FAA has implemented that ban since the fatal collision. Now, not only does the NTSB want to make it permanent, but it also says the FAA needs to come up with an alternate route for helicopters, including law enforcement investigators and Coast Guard patrols.
A critical safety issue must be addressed without delay.
In outlining the needed changes, Homendy shared just how dangerous the airspace has been for years.
October 2021 through December 2024, there were 15,214 occurrences or close proximity events between commercial airplanes and helicopters.
As hundreds of flights come in and out of DCA each day, Homendy says flying here is still safe.
However, there are safety issues and areas where we need to improve.
And as for whether the NTSB would recommend DCA limit the number of flights, Hamady says everything is on the table as the investigation continues.
The University of Virginia conducting a COVID-19 study that could potentially create new ways to treat chronic lung problems. Researchers at the UVA School of Medicine say viral infections like COVID-19 can damage parts of immune cells that help repair damaged lung tissue. They also say an FDA-approved drug can help support immune cells and help the immune system in repairing lung damage. And in Maryland, a Prince George's County family is grieving the loss of their 10-year-old daughter.
Minka Green got the flu and died just last month after being sent home from the hospital twice. Her mother says she became sick at the end of January, and after taking her to the ER, the initial diagnosis of the flu and a UTI, Minka was given some ibuprofen and sent home. She then complained about headaches after her second trip to the hospital. She was given fluids and sent home again. Now her mother is remembering her daughter's life.
Last time I carried her, the last time I had her in my arms, I would cherish that for the rest of my life.
Experts say the flu season is winding down. The CDC says more than 100 kids across the country have died from the flu this season. And Prince George's County hosting a free flu shot clinic. That clinic will be open at James Madison Middle School in Upper Marlboro today from 1 to 7. No appointment is required, but if you can't make today, you have other options. Cheverly Health Center offers flu shots every weekday from 9 until 3. All right, 6:10 now on a Wednesday. If you're planning on flying Southwest Airlines, big changes you need to be aware of.
Yeah, how the airline is changing its bag policy, plus a search for sisterhood. We're going to introduce you to this morning's remarkable woman and the work she's doing to make female friendships.
But first, we are taking a live look outside this morning. Jackie, what can people expect when they step out?
Well, out there right now, it's a relatively mild start. Most areas running at least 10 degrees warmer than yesterday morning. So we're talking 40s and 50s to start off this morning. Later on today, not quite as warm as yesterday, though. We're talking about those 60s. More details looking towards the rest of that 7 day right after the break.